Hey everybody, today we're going to take you on a little adventure. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. That should be a major clue. We're going to go up and over and back again across the top of Wolf Creek Pass. Have you ever gone across Wolf Creek Pass?
I don't think so.
No, I think this is the first time for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rock Doctor Daughter here. So we're going to go up and over, stop at take a look at the Wolf Creek ski area. It's closed right now. This is midsummer, so there's no snow up here. And then we're going to proceed down the other side, see what we can see there. And then we're going to come back up and over the top again. And so you'll get Wolf Creek coming and going. So, like I said, we got a long way to go, short time to get there. So what do you say we head on down the road?
Let's go.
All right,
Let's
we'll
do
see
it.
you down the road. We are heading roughly southwest, uphill into the heart of the San Juan mountain range. More about them later, as the 900-foot Wolf Creek Pass tunnel comes into view. I love driving through tunnels. In my youth, I had a dog that absolutely loved driving through tunnels and frequently got the zoomies until we exited the other side. It was hilarious. The Wolf Creek Pass tunnel was opened in 2005 with construction complete in 2006. This completed a project that widened the road and improved drainage along the highway. Today the road spans 4 lanes in some places and has gradual and hairpin turns as it makes its way through the mountains. Wolf Creek Pass is named after Wolf Creek, which begins near the Summit Pass. From there it flows west along US Highway 160 until it reaches its confluence with the West Fork of the San Juan River near the bottom of the pass. Wolf Creek Pass became nationally known in 1975 when country musician C.W. McCall released a song entitled Wolf Creek Pass. The song is very descriptive and tells the story of summiting the Great Divide in his big rig truck. The song instantly thrust Wolf Creek Pass into the national spotlight. If you have never heard this song, make sure to check it out. It is a classic. Here come the zoomies. The second tunnel we encounter on the way to the top is actually not a tunnel. It's what's known as a snow shed. These snow sheds are built in or near avalanche chutes to help direct over the highway the massive amounts of snow produced by an avalanche. They help prevent the roadway from being blocked and increase the safety for travelers during the winter months. As we exit the snow shed, Wolf Creek ski area comes into view. In the 1930s, a group of skiers from the San Luis Valley created the Wolf Creek Ski Club and installed a rope tow on the north side of the mountain now in view. The lift was driven by an old Chevy truck and tickets were $1 per day, about $18.50 by today's standard. From that first tow rope in the 1930s, today the ski area boasts 9 lifts with 1,600 acres of skiable area. There are over 77 trails, with the longest run being Navajo Trail at 2 miles long. Most importantly, for a ski area, it receives an average of 430 inches of snow per year. That's nearly 36 feet of snow per year. During the 1978 and 1979 snow season, Wolf Creek Ski Area received 807 inches of snow, 67 feet. Which set the record for the most snowfall ever to fall in one season in Colorado. Continuing on to the summit, the first road to Wolf Creek Pass began in 1911 and was completed in 1916. This original route was only 12 feet wide. This road was doubled in 1930 as a new project connecting the San Luis Valley to Pagosa Springs, Colorado. And by 1950, the road was paved, resembling what we know today as Highway 160. When we left the valley, the temperature was 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Here at the summit, it's 47 degrees Fahrenheit. And guess who didn't pack a jacket? Me. Always prepared me didn't pack a jacket. Go figure. Heater in the car for the win. Speaking of temperatures, Wolf Creek Pass has a subarctic climate with substantial precipitation year-round. Summer usually consists of mild days and chilly nights, with winter consisting of cold days with nightly lows close to 0. Winter at the summit is considered from November to usually sometime into April, or late July in our case today. Did I mention it's cold outside? The snow usually begins by late September and does not end until early June. Seriously, it might snow on us right now, the end of July. and me without a jacket. And just like that, we have arrived at Wolf Creek Pass summit. The elevation of the pass is 10,856 feet above sea level as displayed on the sign. Speaking of the sign, I'm not certain whether you can't spend the night here from October to April or the elevation is 10,856 feet from October to April. With 36 feet of snow, it might make the elevation temporarily higher. You just never know. Anyway, the pass falls on the Great Continental Divide, which extends from the Bering Strait to the Strait of Magellan and separates the river systems draining into the Pacific Ocean from those river systems draining into the Atlantic and the Arctic Ocean. It is also located on the main route of the Continental Divide Trail, a trail system over 3,000 miles in length stretching from the U.S. border with Chihuahua, Mexico to the U.S. border with Alberta, Canada. Let's drive a little way down the western side of the pass before we turn around and attack the summit from the bottom of the western side moving east. There are no vehicle restrictions on US 160 to access Wolf Creek Pass. US 160 is well maintained and accessible year-round. However, it can be dangerous in the winter due to the steep grade and numerous curves on the western side of the pass. Four-wheel drive is recommended in the winter, and drivers can use the wide shoulder before the steep descent as a chain-up station if needed. On the western side of the pass, from the summit to the bottom, it's about 8 miles of a 7% grade with hairpin curves and 2 runaway truck ramps if needed. As you will see on our return trip to the summit, it is a steep climb going west to east across the pass. We are now at the bottom of the western side heading east back to the summit. From this vantage point, you really get a great view of the San Juan Mountains. The San Juans are known for being highly mineralized and are part of the Colorado mineral belt. The mountain range is loaded with gold and silver and played a significant role in the mining boom of early Colorado. The mineral wealth in the San Juans gave rise to the mining towns of Creed, Silverton, Array, and Telluride, just to name a few. And in no time, we've arrived at Treasure Falls Trailhead. And here is Treasure Falls. Wait, way too small. And here is Treasure Falls. Let's take the trail and visit the falls up close and personal. What do you say? Whoa, the response was overwhelming. Okay, let's do the half-mile hike and get our faces wet in the mist at the Misty Deck. The trail begins at the parking lot right off of Highway 160. It is short, about a half-mile round trip, unpaved, and moderately steep with about a 200-foot elevation gain. The trail will ultimately lead you to the Misty Deck at the plunge basin. My only suggestion would be to do the hike in the afternoon, as the sun angle definitely did not cooperate with me. An afternoon sun angle would make for a much better photographic experience. It looks like the wild roses are in full bloom. If you could only smell what I smell. Smell-o-vision really needs to be invented just for these moments. The Treasure Falls are named after a local legend about a treasure of gold buried in the mountain that the falls plunge from. While I didn't find the treasure of gold buried in the mountains on my visit, my treasure came from the memories created by being here with my family. Wealth is measured in many ways, and while I did not find any handfuls of gold, I consider myself wealthy beyond imagination for the family I have and the life I live. And thank you for joining us on our adventures. It means the world to us to share our walk through life with all of you. We have arrived at the footbridge. Sorry about the glare from the sun. We have to remember to do this again, except we need to do it in the afternoon. Up one switchback, and we've arrived at the Misty Deck and the plunge basin. Here you can observe the 105-foot drop of Falls Creek and enjoy the mist in the air. Okay, now that we've cooled off, let's get back to the parking lot and head to one of the most spectacular locations Wolf Creek Pass has to offer. Aren't you just giddy with anticipation? Sounds like the birds are excited for what's up ahead, so let's go. As we begin the climb from the Treasure Falls parking lot, you can't help but notice the rocks surrounding you. You have now entered the San Juan Volcanic Field, an area full of the remains of highly explosive composite volcanoes that covered most of the southern Rocky Mountain region. Geologists have identified at least 15 calderas or eruptive sites in the area. However, it is possible there are more in the region. And just like that, we have arrived at one of my favorite lookout areas in Colorado. Let's get out and enjoy the view, shall we? Pretty stunning, don't you think? The overlook gives you a commanding view of the Treasure Falls area, the San Juan foothills, as well as Wolf Creek Valley, the namesake of Wolf Creek Pass. Here, Wolf Creek meets the West Fork of the San Juan River. Okay, the view of the valley is incredible, but what about all these equally incredible volcanic rocks you see waiting to be admired in the parking lot? Here you are literally standing in one of the centers of eruption called the Platoro Caldera. The volcano that produced this eruption may have been up to 65 miles across at its base. These volcanoes were huge. The large explosive eruptions in this area reached a peak about 35 million years ago, give or take a few years, and produced large volumes of ash as well as highly fragmented rock and lava pieces that form the rock layers you see. These volcanic breccias erode into the pinnacles you see around the parking lot, with the light gray volcanic ash becoming stained an orangey red as the iron minerals interact with water and essentially rust over time. At the overlook, there is a plaque for Charles Stith. It states the majestic view is dedicated to Charlie, as he volunteered many hours tending and caring for the overlook for the enjoyment of others. As we exit the overlook and focus our attention on the climb to the summit, it's easy to forget those that struggled to initially cross these mountains. Today we have a 4-lane high-speed highway to make our experience incredibly easy. But imagine doing this trip on foot, or horseback, or in a horse-drawn wagon. The San Juan Mountains are distinctive for their high-altitude plateaus and peaks. Crossing them was not easy, and those hardy individuals who settled amongst these peaks created towns and cities that are among the highest in the United States. In fact, at an elevation of 9,070 feet, the Telluride, Colorado Airport is the highest in the United States with regularly scheduled commercial service. After our 7% climb, we have arrived back at the summit. Two major river systems begin by snowmelt at Wolf Creek Pass. The western slope of the Continental Divide, or the right-hand side of your screen you are watching, is drained by the San Juan River, which is a major tributary of the 5th largest river in the United States, the Colorado River. It merges with the Colorado River near Reflection Canyon at Lake Powell, Utah. The east side, or the left-hand side of your screen, is drained by the Rio Grande River, the 4th largest river in the United States. The San Juan Mountains and Wolf Creek Pass are a significant source of water for the western United States. All right, well, I want to thank you for coming along on our little adventure today exploring Wolf Creek Pass in Colorado at an elevation of almost 11,000 feet. So tell us in the comments what you liked best about our video today. Was it actually seeing Wolf Creek Pass itself? How about that overlook? I mean, that overlook was incredible. And then right behind us, we got Treasure Falls. So tell us what you think in the comments about all of the Wolf Creek Pass area. It's pretty stunning. So if you ever find yourself in this neck of the woods, just right outside of Pagosa Springs, Colorado, you have got to drive over Wolf Creek Pass. It's a trip that you will not forget. So Make sure, if you like this type of travel video, make sure that you hit the
big thumbs up
and
like and subscribe.
As always, like and subscribe. We're trying to grow our channel. 96% of the people who watch our videos have not yet subscribed. Now, I don't bite.
I don't bite.
The Rock Doctor daughter doesn't bite. So there's no reason why you can't hit the subscribe button. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And just remember, don't take a trip.
Let the trip take you.
We'll be seeing you on down the road.